Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody. How's everybody doing? Well, hey, I wanted to first of all, I need a sip of coffee. Hopefully you have a beverage of choice for this fall Monday. It is like 56, 57 degrees. I went out and grabbed a cup of coffee, and man, we need a sweater for this time of year. So, wanted to kind of kick off basically the first series of Mindset Monday. So this video is going to probably be a little longer than most. Most of them probably be, I don't know, 5, 10 minutes at the most, depending on the discussion that you would like to have about this topic. So first of all, I just wanted to kind of introduce myself. Those of you that know me, see me on Facebook a lot, probably know a little bit about me. But those of you that haven't heard what I do and how I feed my family, I just want to give you a brief history. I am a productivity coach, which is basically a business strategy coach. Meet with real estate agents to strategize on how they can run a more efficient business. So I wanted to kind of just quickly talk about that. 2 years ago, I was selling real estate, decided to hop into coaching. And honestly, I thought I was going to just tell people how to do open houses, maybe how to get their database. And as the 2 years has evolved, I've coached over 150 agents at this point. The word mindset is pivotal. Those of you that are watching, I think all of you have the capability, the skills, and the mindset really shows up when I'm coaching an agent. Mindset's everything. So we're going to talk about that in the next few weeks, just mindset around money, mindset around failure, mindset around a lot of different things, because I think if we can tap into that, we can figure out why our mindset shifts from one topic to another. I think will really make a big difference. I see it in social media. I see it through politics. I see it in a lot of dynamics in families. So I think mindset is where it's at. And if we're going to make a change, my personal opinion is I think mindset's where we have to start. So I'll just be honest with you guys. I'm not, a psychologist. I don't know all the reasons behind mindset. So this is a challenge to all of us, as humans, that we kind of get through life and we make the best of it. We have the most positive mindset that we can. So I'm excited about this basic social experiment that you and I are going to take together. We're basically going to walk through kind of how in which we interact with each other and how our mindset affects that. So one of the biggest things I'll tell you right now, my mindset about social media and Facebook. I'm doing Facebook Live. I am honestly, my mindset has gone back and forth over and over, and we'll talk about later in different series. Our mindset kind of has this talk behind us that says, no, you can't do it. You're scared of it. You're fearful of it. Social media, Facebook Live, to me is like this gorilla. So I appreciate you guys joining me. So chime in if you guys have questions or comments. Let me know you guys are here so you can kind of help my mindset come at ease. So I really want to take a look at, why we have such mindset, why we need such mindset shifts. And it goes to the root of it. I want to just really simply read the definition of mindset, which is pretty just profound in itself. It's a noun. It's an attitude or disposition or mood, and it's an intentional or inclination to do something. So the great thing about mindset is it's the key that kind of unlocks the door. So there's so many of us have a written to-do list or a plan or a goal. Or if you have a coach, your coach has said, hey, these are the items, the goals that we've set for your business. And then we don't do it. And I think mindset is really the key to that. And unfortunately, what I have seen through the coaching experiences of my agents, they're all skilled, they're all capable, they all have time to do it. It's just that one thing that's holding them back, and that's the mindset. So kind of knowing what the definition is really important. So, one of the things, honestly, to confess, the reasons why I want to do this is because I need to work on my mindset. I've got a fixed mindset on a lot of things, and I think together with you and I and our interaction every Monday, we can kind of conquer these kind of hurdles together. So I got to thinking, I was like, how do we even get these mindsets, right? So where does it come from? And so for me, I can speak to it. It comes from kind of my childhood. I have a great family, but both of my parents are divorced. I come from the Midwest. I come from a very large family, outspoken, fun, kind of probably the typical American family. Yet I know that there was some negative mindset. There was some negative people in my life that created these fears or these concerns insecurities that I have. I don't know if you have the same thing. So I think hey, thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. He says, you're doing great. I appreciate that. So I think that one of the things that we got to look at is, where did our mindset start? And we talk about a kind of a cycle that we call point far, and it talks about our programming, our mindset. A lot of times it's a based around our environment. It's based around our kids or our family, and that's not necessarily negative mindset, but that's the programming that's kind of in our brain. It usually starts at a very early age and leads to our thoughts and our feelings. So those thoughts and feelings, then it triggers something in us to either have fear behind that or to have exhilaration and excitement behind that. And then it creates the actions. So then we're either going to do it or we're not. It's kind of scary in certain situations, and it's sometimes thrilling, right? And then that creates the results that we have. So in your personal life, what programming or what mindset did you grow up in? I didn't necessarily grow up in the you can do it all the time mindset, but one of the things I've learned over the years, and specifically just by seeing my agents in coaching, is that can change, that can shift. You can program that, you can reprogram that by doing massive action, by doing things to focus on your mindset daily. So one thing I focus on a lot, to be honest with you, is I focus on my mindset. I focus on filling my brain with positivity, because I know that the world is filled with negative mindsets and things that tell me I can't do something. So I'm curious what kind of books you guys read, what podcasts you read. Put those comments in there so we can all learn together in the comments below. So I think that's one thing that I want to kind of start with, is know where your mindset comes from, and then how do we shift into that next direction. So I don't know if you guys ever, excuse my nose run here. I don't know if you ever listened to TED Talks, but I was looking at a TED Talk from Carol Dweck. I don't know if you've heard of her, but she is amazing, because she really dives into your mindset. And she basically says there's two types of mindset. There is the fixed mindset, right? So this is a person that it's just what she's saying is that it's not now, right? It's just saying, I can't do that. That's not for me, right? And so I'm too scared to do that. I'll do that next time. I'll do that later. I'll try that again, but I'll try it later, right? So there's that fixed mindset, and we all have different fixed mindsets on different topics. Maybe it's yours. Maybe it's money. Maybe there's a fixed mindset behind that. I don't deserve to earn more money. Or honestly, I'll talk in a later episode about my fixed mindset about my vehicle, the car that I drive. I had a fixed mindset about what I wanted, why I drove it, and what brand or what type of car I had, which created this fixed mindset. She also talks about what we call is this growth mindset, right? So it's of abundance. I'm not there yet, but I will achieve it, right? So I think one of the things I want you guys to think about, and something that I've been concentrating on, is what topics and things that I have fixed mindsets on, and what things do I have growth mindset on. And we all have different ones. So in my opinion, to say that you're 100% growth mindset isn't very accurate, because we all come from different cultures, we all come from different backgrounds, and we have just different mindsets around things. Religion, sexual orientation, money, cars, politics. We're going to talk about a lot of that in the next Mindset Mondays, because I think the more we talk about it, the more we can open our mind to it. And mindset doesn't mean you agree with me. Mindset doesn't mean, I believe one thing and you believe another, and I'm convincing you to do that. It's having the willpower, the growth to be able to see the perspective behind both. Do you guys agree? Do you kind of see where the mindset kind of shifts? So I want to leave with a couple tips so we can kind of get started and kick this series off. And I don't want to be talking for 20 minutes because I know you guys have to go with your families and enjoy the rest of the day and kick off the great week. But I want to make sure that we kick off Mindset Mondays with 3 things that we can do together to work towards changing our mindset from the fixed mindset and so many things to a growth mindset. So I was thinking about it, and one of the first things I want us all to focus on, me included, is our words. I want you to think about the words that you use, and are they of a positive growth mindset or of more of a negative fixed mindset? My biggest, worst word, in my opinion, it is a cuss word in my family, is the T word. Does anybody know what the T word is? Anybody? Try. Try to me is like nails on a chalkboard. As you guys may or may not know, I have my daughter Emma. She's 12 years old. She's in middle school. Holy cow, she's going through a lot of things emotionally, but she's a smart kid. She is very independent, but the word try is constantly coming out of her mouth. And one of the things that I really focus on, not try, one of the things I focus on is calling her out on that and correcting that and changing that. So change words like but or try. Because changing the word try, let's just say, hey, I'm going to try and make it to your birthday party. Am I really going to make it to your birthday party? No. It's a polite no. That's what it is. But I'm going to be intentional about it. I'm going to make every intention of making 10 phone calls. Or I'm going to make every intention to make it to dinner at 6 p.m. with my family. Much different than the traditional word try. So one thing that we're all can focus on is changing our words and being aware of the words that we use. I think that's really going to help our mindset, my opinion. Second thing, your environment. Protect it. Protect it like you would your family. Protect it like you would your money. Protect it like you would anything that's important to you. And so your environment's important. So if you're in a situation where your family is a negative mindset, you're going to have a conversation. You're going to have to change that environment. And that's going to be a tough conversation. But the long-term effect is abundance, right? You can provide more to them. I can tell you, I have struggled with this environment concept because I tend to love everybody. I like everybody. And even when I see the person that's the victim, I want to help them, right? We all want to help people. That's what makes us human. And yet it kind of just sucks onto us. It attaches us like a magnet. So mindset is just like anything else. What you focus on expands. So when you're focusing on the negativity and you have someone in your life or in your environment that has that negativity, it just sucks or attracts to you like a magnet. And unfortunately, that is a ripple effect for you. So honestly, I was in environments where they were negative, they were gossip, they were just not for me. But I felt like, I needed to be there for that person. And then I come home, and honestly, I just dump all that negativity out on my wife, Kimberly, or my daughter, or even myself. So think about that. The second thing I want you to focus on is your environment. Are you creating an environment that's healthy for you, that's creating a mindset of abundance for you? I think that makes a big difference, and it's not easy to do, so it's going to be a journey that we'll have to all work on together. The third thing is be aware of your mindset changes. So this thing is probably one of the hardest things is you almost need to be like out-of-body experience, I know, but look at the things that you read on social media. Let's just look at that. I'll scroll my wall, my feed, and look at things that I don't necessarily agree with, whether it's politics, whether it's a business owner made a choice to do X, Y, Z, whether it's, I don't know, it could be anything. But am I judging that person, or am I coming from a growth mindset looking from a different perspective? And I think that's where, as a society, we have a really great opportunity to look at everything we do in our lives and go, okay, I don't necessarily agree with that person, or I don't necessarily agree with that particular situation, but I'm open to kind of listening to it. And it's not creating negativity in our own lives. I always believe that, you can do whatever you need to do in your own life, but the minute it affects me, then I have a problem, right? So for me, I have a voice when it really impacts me and my family, and it starts with mindset. If you're going to be negative on social media, sorry to tell you, I'm going to block you. because that's in my environment, and that's something that I need to be aware of. And so just be aware of those shifts in your brain, be aware of those shifts in conversations. You'll notice yourself kind of bowing out of conversations. I used to go into a conversation and just stick in it, 3-5 minutes talking to them. And then now I hear someone talk and I start to hear them have the negative conversation and negative mindset about a certain topic. And I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to another appointment, something, because I don't want to be that magnet to them, if that makes sense. Hopefully that does. So I wanted to, before we end this first Mindset Monday, I wanted to end with a kind of a cool quote that I came across. It was actually on Pinterest. I'm never on Pinterest. I don't even know what Pinterest is for, other than pretty pictures. But I'm going to read it to you guys. So I don't fix problems. I fix my thinking. Then problems fix themselves. So this is from Louise Hay. Let me read it to you one more time. I don't fix problems. I fix my thinking. And then problems fix themselves. So I think if we have challenges or problems in our life, the first thing that we can do is focus on our mindset. Hope you agree. Hope you see value in that. So last thing I just want to give you, this is the first episode of Mindset Mondays. I've got 20 different topics, 20 different ways to do it. We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about success. But if there's particular things that you're struggling with from a mindset perspective, I'd love for you to comment underneath this video in the comments so I can kind of prep for it, so we can have a discussion around it. I want to make sure Mindset Mondays get you launched and ready for the week, just like I know you need to start your week with a positive kind of affirmation that this is going to be a great week for you, whether it's business or personal. So if you have some specific topics, I'd love to hear about them, because I think the more we dive into specific topics, it's going to change our mindset. It really will. And I'm really excited to kind of basically journal and document this journey together, because I think once we focus on mindset and we see the shifts from that fixed mindset to that growth mindset, I think we're going to have abundance in everything we do. Alrighty? So have a great day. Thanks so much for joining me on my first Facebook Live. I've officially opened my mindset just by doing this. And I hope you guys have a great holiday, and I will see you next Monday, and have a great one, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.